shoes for the next game?
Nah, hell no.
Did you think it was a three in the moment?
Yeah, for sure. But quickly in my celebration, somebody said it was a 2, and then my focus just became winning it. You know how we could win the game, and I thought we did a great job of sticking with it in overtime, just making big play after big play. Obviously, Aaron's heroics aren't. I hope they're talked about it. They can't be talked about enough. He was amazing down the stretch. Obi had a big putback dunk. We had a lot of different guys contribute, make plays, and I was really proud of our group.
When did the choke idea come to you?
In the moment, I wasn't like plotting on it or anything. Everybody wanted me to do it like last year at some different point, but it's just gotta feel right, and it felt right at the time. If it would have been, if I would have known it was a 2, I would not have done it. So I think I might have wasted it. If I do it again, then I might be. People might say I'm like aura farming, so I'm not. I don't plan on using it again.
What's it like to watch Neesmith do what he did? Just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, special, man. I think AA works his tail off. I think each shot that he made just kept giving us more confidence that we could, really win this game. So he was really big for us. And I think to do what he did today while also having to guard Jalen Brunson for probably 30 minutes is very difficult to do. So, like I said, what Aaron Neesmith did today can't be talked about enough. And, it's really proud of his effort and our group's effort.
Tyrese, when your shot at the end of regulation goes off the rim, goes up in the air, are you deflated, honestly?
No. I knew I'm like, it's going in. It just felt like it got stuck up there, though, And honestly, when it, went in, I thought my eyes might have been deceiving me in the moment. But it felt good when it left my hand. So, I thought it was going to go in. And, the ball felt like it was up there for eternity. But, man, just a special moment.
Tyrese, you guys have talked about this a lot over the past couple of weeks. We're now making comebacks like this, a kind of routine, even though they're not. What is it about you guys that allows you to keep doing this stuff that nobody else has been able to do?
Yeah, well, I would like to not keep being in this situation. But I think we're just a group that has spent a lot of time, with each other. And I think the front office's decision to keep, the majority of our group together, basically our whole team together essentially after last year, I think was really big because we've been through everything together. We've been on big losing skids, big winning runs, had to win in so many different ways. So many guys had to step up and make big shots. And I think that's just, I think in the NBA you don't see a ton of continuity from year to year, right? It's, many teams are changing from year to year, and I think our front office did a great job of keeping this group together. And I think that this just gives us all confidence in each other. Like we feel like we know where everybody's going to be. We expect, we have high expectations for each other, but I think we also have we hold each other accountable at the same time. I think that's important. And I've seen people joke about us and call us we're like a college team a little bit because of how close we are and, how we've been together and we're all super young and whatever the case may be. But, man, it's just it's special. And I love playing with these guys and, look forward to, keep this run going.
You're obviously a student of history. If you know about the choke gesture, how much do you know about where that came from in the game, where Reggie did it, and sort of what happened then?
I've seen that Winning Time doc probably 50 times growing up. So I know that they didn't win the series. So I would not like to repeat that. But, I think that's just a historic moment. And that was obviously more him versus Spike, kind of the one-on-one. And that just felt like it was to everybody. But to him, too. I wanted him to see it more than anything. But I think it's just really cool to continue to, make my own history and this group to make our own history while also showing, respect and love to the ones who came before us. So definitely a special moment and, something I won't forget.
He was calling a game in the last round. Reggie was the Knicks game, and they were coming back and Brunson a couple baskets in the fourth quarter. And he said, "This is the best fourth quarter closer in the game right here." Is he right?
Who?
Reggie? That Brunson was the best closer in the game? Or is that maybe you right now, the way you played in these playoffs?
It's whoever you want it to be. Yeah.
Tyrese, I wanted to ask you about something boring like you guys' pace.
That's not boring. I love talking about that. Come on.
Threes, to come back from 17, do you think that your relentless pressure that you can talk about all postseason, do you think that wore them down a little bit?
I think maybe you could say that. they missed a couple free throws there down the stretch. Had a couple short misses there at the end of the game. I'm sure for coach's sake and for coach speak, yeah, the wear down effect was, in full effect right there. But I think the way you got to approach this game and approach this series is that it's going to be a 7-game series that going to be played in 13 days, right? So that's how we're approaching it and looking at it. And you got to take it one day at a time. So, I think just trying to wear on these guys as much as we can. Obviously, their starters play a lot of minutes. I thought, obviously with some foul trouble, some other guys had to play a little bit more. They had a lineup out there that probably hasn't played together a ton, but was really effective for them there. So we just got to do a better job there. But I think, I think it's hard for me to discredit and say that the wear down effect wasn't there. I think from everything you're seeing that's a part of it, and I think that's a part of our identity. How can we wear on teams for 48 minutes? Obviously picking up full court, but as well as our offensive pressure, getting downhill, moving, playing fast. I thought that we did a good job offensively of playing our style. They went on that little run there and obviously got a pretty big lead there. But I thought we did a great job of, Pascal had the and one on Cat, and we just, kept coming and kept coming and kept coming. And I think that was really big for us, making extra plays, getting extra possessions with offensive rebounds or finishing, getting rebounds on that side. I think they were all big down the stretch. So, I think for Coach Carlisle's sake, we'll say the wear down effect was in full effect.
Tyrese hit 3 of these shots down that game winners, game tires, that buzzers. Just what in those moments you seem to want the ball, sort of see what shots you want? What do you like about that moment? Sort of why do you have so much success?
Yeah, I mean, I think every person who enjoys basketball, or probably everybody in here, imagined at one point that they would be an NBA player or something, and I think the biggest thing when you're growing up is everybody's on the playground or in the driveway or in the gym by themselves. You're 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 shooting it, and if you miss it, nobody's around, so put more time on the clock, right? And I think for me, I was always encouraged me just to have an imagination, right? So I would be running down the hallway in my childhood home, pretending there was a hoop and, playing basketball and all those things. And I think that the biggest thing for me is I already have the confidence to take the shot in the moment, but I have that confidence from my group. My group wants me to take those shots. My coaching staff wants me to take those shots. I think our organization wants me to take those shots. I think now we're at the point where our fans want me to take that shot, So I think everybody's living and dying with it at that point. That gives me a lot of confidence. And to be honest with you, like when I got traded here, we weren't very good. And so we would be in these moments where I would have to take these shots and I would miss them and nobody would care. Maybe Pacer fans would, but like we weren't very good, so it didn't matter. We weren't a playoff team or anything. So I feel like that kind of like baptism by fire almost to do that, and then now be in these situations where obviously they matter on such a bigger scale, I think is important for me. So I really think that experience is the best teacher for me, and I've had that as times went on.
Guys, we have time for like a couple more. We have a bus here in about 4 minutes.
So you and Jalen obviously have a lot of recent history going back to the FIBA World Cup and then last year in the playoffs, and then you guys staring each other down in WWE ring, and now you're back here in the conference finals. Just to have a game like this against him, what does it mean for you and for the journey that you guys have done?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player. I love competing against him. I know maybe I'm not supposed to say that like we're friends, but I love competing against that guy, and I think just love competing, in general. And I think the storied rivalry between the Pacers and Knicks is really cool. But I think where we are right now, how much does it really matter? We're writing our own stories right now, and so I think where we are is a special time and something that's going to be remembered by, fans of the Pacers, fans of the Knicks, moving forward. So just really, really special to compete against him and just compete in general.
Did you have a message to the team when you were down?
Huh?
Did you have a message to the team when you were down?
When we got down 16, 17, or let's get it to 10, let's get to 5. I think just trying to walk them down. There's no 17-point shot. So I think we did a great job of just chipping away, and good things happen for us.
Tyrese, we have time for one more.
Did you get a chance to interact with Reggie, either walk eyes with him or hear from after the game? Just anything I know you said you wanted to see it?
After I did my post-game interview, we locked eyes and I had a little moment. I didn't want to go over there because it's obviously pretty hectic over there, but we communicate pretty often. So definitely a special time, and yeah, really cool. He was in the building for that.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate your understanding.